online moderation content. Do you might think misinformation, disinformation, what the heck is that thing is? All right, who cares about that? Guys, this thing is very important. Good morning, Australia, and everybody around the world. I just want to welcome you one more time to Neo Saba Show. And today we're going to cover the showdown between Albanese and Elon Musk himself. Before we go on, I just want to acknowledge one of my subscribers who've been with me since the beginning. No one else than Just Broker have left us a very beautiful comment on the last video that I have done regarding Albanese. His comment is, high immigration in Australia is causing housing shortage. The housing shortage is causing the house price to go up to 11 times the average wage. This caused the young Australian-born citizens to be shut out of housing. Therefore, they can't afford to have kids. Then we have a problem with the birth rate. How do we fix the birth rate? More immigration? The cycle continues. Mr. Justice Broker, I agree with that. Definitely. If you want to see what Mr. Justice Broker is talking about in that video, I'm going to link it down below. You can see what exactly he's talking about. But I agree, those kind of answers we need from our politicians to answer. How do we fix the birth rate of Australian? How do we make sure that the kids who are growing in Australia, that they can be able to afford the housing? Because housing in Australia is going bananas right now. How do we fix that? That's the kind of questions we need to see these politicians answer. I can't answer these questions. My answer is not going to matter. It's not going to matter a lot, but this is a kind of answers. We want to see them talking about it. In today's video, I just want to react to what's going on between Elon Musk and Mr. Albanese himself. Let's go.
Let's go to Anthony Albanese. He is sliding into Elon Musk's DMs with a message. Keep off our turf. The Prime Minister is concerned Elon's newfound interest in swinging elections may put Australia in his sights. But will the world's richest man leave him on red?
Come on, give me some drums.
In a place called Australia, one lawman is standing up to an outsider.
We make our decisions based upon our own national interest.
If you are unhappy with the situation, you must vote for change.
Ahead of Australia's federal election, the PM has issued a...
I like how they did that, eh?
We have foreign interference laws in this country, and Australian elections are a matter for Australians.
That comment inspired by the formerly Twitter's CEO's new pastime, influencing global elections.
He started to see his platform in a new way in recent months, actually. It's fairly recent that this kind of overt political interventions have started with Musk.
Last year, the world's richest man dropped almost $500 million in spare change on the US election in an effort to get Donald Trump elected.
President Trump must win to preserve the Constitution. He must win to preserve democracy in America.
Elon will always come through. We know that.
And with that big win on the board, Elon's turned his attention to old Blighty.
Hey guys, don't forget. Let's not forget that Elon Musk before he was not fan of Trump. What did happen? He used to be the far left guy. What happened?
Launching a barrage of attacks on UK PM Keir Starmer and a barrage of support on Nigel Farage's Reform Party, even though he then said Nige wasn't up to the job.
Oh, well, of course we're friends. He just says what he thinks at any moment.
You can see this guy's kind of like he's scared of Elon Musk. He's like he doesn't want to piss him off. Oh my God! Come on, you can't be causing to somebody like this to the point that when they make a comment, you start to go, oh, what is going on? How can he say that to me? Oh my God. I don't want a leader talking like this. Nah, man, a leader need to stand up when he need to stand up. He is very intimidated by Elon Musk. You can tell just even the way he's talking now. Come on.
Musk has also gone all in on Germany's AfD, far-right party who recently saw one of its leaders penalised by German courts for using Nazi slogans.
Only AfD can save Germany. End of story.
The richest man on the planet openly attacks our institutions, incites hatred, and openly supports the heirs of Nazism in Germany.
Which brings us to us. Elon's no stranger to Aussie politics. Last year, he called the government fascists over plans to regulate online misinformation. The billionaire also squaring off with the PM over Australia's attempts to pull graphic footage of last year's Sydney stabbing.
We'll do what's necessary to take on this arrogant billionaire who thinks he's above the law.
So will Musk heed the call and keep outside city limits? Or will he try his hand at replacing the sheriff?
Hey guys, this is something I want to understand about free speech. Australian free speech is going downhill. In Australia right now, they're passing a bill for online moderation content. You might think misinformation, disinformation, what the heck is that thing is? All right, who cares about that? Guys, this thing is very important.
All right, well, now to another reason why the Labor Party may be losing favour with the Australian people. As I discussed last week, the Albanese government is trying to undermine your right to free speech by giving the bureaucrats at the Australian Communications and Media Authority new powers to crack down on digital platforms that fail to combat what they call misinformation and disinformation.
That's what I'm talking about. This thing of saying, okay, they're going to crack down on misinformation, disinformation. You may think, okay, it's just them trying to find good content. You don't want the government to do this. Otherwise, we become like the UK. The UK right now is putting people in jail just left and right. Bam, 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 bam. Let's put, hey, UK, people are killing each other in the street, knifing each other. Like terrorist attack in the UK is on a daylight. But what are they doing? They are busy trying to arrest people because they don't agree with their political views. That's what's going on in the UK right now. So if this bill passed, guys, in Australia, we are doomed. We are doomed. Let's see what is going on in the UK right now.
In Russia last year, 400 people were arrested for things that they said on social media. 400 people in Russia. Obviously, this country is very different. How many people do you think were arrested in Britain for things they said on social media last year?
Go on.
Take a guess.
I have no idea.
3,300.
Really? Arrested for what they'd said on social.
Listen this. That was how many years ago? That was how many years ago this one was? That was 2 years ago. That when they're saying, oh, Russia, they are dictators and everything. Who is the dictators right now? Arresting people for what they say online. This is crazy. Worse than Russia right now.
Social media.
Yeah.
Really? What sort of things get you
Well,
arrested?
one example I give in my show is there was a young woman from Liverpool called Chelsea Russell, and people can look this up. Her friend was killed in a car crash, a 19-year-old woman, and she posted the lyrics of his favorite song on her Instagram, the lyrics. And there was a rap song, so the lyrics contained several instances of the N-word. Okay? She was arrested, prosecuted, found guilty, given 500 hours of community service and a fine, tagged, and for a year she was under 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. curfew.
My goodness.
In Britain.
In Britain.
Do you really think just that is enough to put someone in jail because they post a song? They're not even saying it, the words. This is sad. And that's what they are trying to do, the Labour Party right now. They are trying to pass a bill which is going to put you in jail for listening a song with the N-word inside. Mr. Albanese, this is for you. Dang, that's what you're getting for even thinking about passing this bill. How about, Mr. Albanese, you start thinking about why all our oil going to China right now, and then we go and buy the steel in China for more money, then it takes forever just to finish a house. Eh? Why can't you say, okay, let's pass a bill that our oil to be processed in Australia, started the industry in steel manufacturing so that we can grow the economy, get the housing crisis down because it's taking too long to finish one house. How about that? Eh? No, but what you want to pass is you want to go and start a fight with Mr. Elon Musk.
I'm sorry to say it, but yeah, of course, I think Elon Musk is trying to create a network of the far right around America, and he believes that's good for the United States and unfortunately Australia. I think right now is very much on that list.
Australia's great at saying me, me, me. That's kind of what we do in international affairs, Steve. But Musk is a fascinating character because his politics were, or they used to be fairly centrist, I guess you'd say. And now, I mean, forget Donald Trump, like the stuff he's doing overseas, support for the AFD, Tommy Robinson in Britain, like these are far right, like proper far right figures. Why the sudden shift?
He seems not to care, but I mean, I think that for whatever reason, Elon Musk, at some point, I've interviewed Elon Musk before, and this is a different Elon Musk than I encountered years ago.
I tell you what happened to Elon Musk. This, what changes him.
The other day, Elon Musk said his 20-year-old son is, quote, dead. This is what the billionaire had to say during an interview with conservative commentator Jordan Peterson. Now, Musk's daughter, who changed her gender to female and her name to Vivian Jenna Wilson in 2022, had dropped Musk's last name and saying that she no longer wishes to be related to Musk in, quote, any way. Here is Musk describing that transitioning process.
The Mr. Albanese want to bring misinformation, disinformation, these kind of things that even if you have a little comment on this, they will crack you down. You will be able to be jailed, just as they are doing in Britain. Won't you think that will change you? Don't you think that your child, your son, you grow up with, and then that child decide, I don't need you anymore. I don't need your name. I don't need, in fact, now I'm a girl. Because of the policy of the left who keep pushing this kind of agenda to the children. Aren't you going to hate these people? Even though they were your own supporters. Let's continue this.
You know, it wasn't explained to me that puberty blockers are actually just sterilization drugs. Anyway, and so I lost my son essentially. So you know they call it dead naming for a reason.
Yeah,
all right. So the reason it's called dead naming is because your son is dead. So my son Xavier is dead, killed by the woke mind virus.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
I can't imagine what that would be like.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, and there's lots of people in that situation now.
Right.
It's not pretty, and lots of demolished kids.
Yes.
Yeah, well, that's a good reason to be the final straw. All right, so let's.
So I vowed to destroy the woke mind virus after that.
Did you hear that? He vowed to destroy the woke mindset after that. That's what's going on with Elon Musk, guys. That's a wrath of a parent who's fighting for the child. That's a wrath of a parent. Let the world feel the wrath of a parent because he was just sitting there. As he said, he didn't even know what is those medication they were giving to their children. He thought it was just a normal thing. But he said that, yeah. Now they say, we don't know what happened. Yes, you made this guy. You made this guy, whatever he is right now, to be open the mind. Before he was, yeah, who cares about these things? Same thing. You never know with this kind of policies, when they come, who they are going to affect. It may be me, it may be you, or your neighbor, or the people you love around yourself. So that's why it's very important to stand up to this kind of scrutiny from the politicians who want to do this kind of behavior. Mr. Elon Musk, no one should be jailed for expressing an opinion that is not harmful to anybody, that is not inciting violence. When somebody that is inciting violence, we all see that, yes, that is inciting violence, but not some kind of group of the government who sit down in the corner and trying to suppress everyone's right because they think that's what is the best for the whole country. I can tell you, from the time this bill passes in here in Australia, we are going to be in trouble. Stay blessed. Have a fantastic day and enjoy your afternoon or your night, whatever you are, and turn on those notifications to keep getting more videos or more reaction from me like this. Thank you very much for watching. Appreciate it.